There are some good things that Marvel Snap is finally doing. Unfortunately, there are also some bad and some ugly. Find out what's going on as I hereby summon all my imps to join me on my adventures through Marvel Snap. Hey everybody, it's Annabelle. So what am I talking about? So this event that's currently going on, this 7-day login event, is actually something good that Marvel Snap is doing right now. And what made it really good, at least to me, is the fact that it's the second one this month. And that really shocked me, that really surprised me, because when I saw the one for the Hulk, I figured that was the only one that we were getting was for the Hulk, and we weren't even going to get one for the Avengers side of it. Just for the one side of it. And I really hope that Marvel Snap does this going forward. This is what we used to get back in the day, where we used to get these nice login events like once a month. And the fact that we got 2 of these, now this could have been split into one big 14-day event, which is what they used to sometimes be. And it's nice that it's 2 7-day events, but just the fact that there's now like kind of a login reward for showing up every day, even though it's just a cosmetic at the end, really brings hope to what's going on in Marvel Snap. Unfortunately, that's the good that's currently going on in Marvel Snap. As for the bad, 2 different things. With what's changing on in the gold, these gold values are becoming ridiculously bad. So, like, for example, this She-Hulk, our frenzied friend, is 6,000 gold. And to get this, you get 4,000 collector's tokens and 1,000 credits. So if you were to add both of these together, and even if you were to take the She-Hulk as a more expensive variant, one of the what are they called? Super rare variants, and add that all up together, if you were to buy each individual part separately, for the 6,000 gold, all you'd be missing would be the 310 She-Hulks off of this. For some reason, and I'm not sure why, and I kind of know why, they're making gold bundles less frequently, and they're making less gold bundles that are worth taking the time into. A 6,000 gold bundle used to be something that you looked forward to and was decent to get and was interesting to get, but it seems like as time is going on, they're making gold less valuable for anything other than to get variants, which is really weird, especially considering the fact that they've got this gold pass bundle that's coming in now. You'd think that they would want more stuff to be able to be bought with gold, especially because then it makes it a value to get this. But I'll talk more about the gold pass down the road. I haven't got a whole thing about the gold pass, but it's kind of ugly that we haven't seen a lot of gold bundles this year, and the few gold bundles that we've seen ever since they've took away the data one have just been horrible, and this is a horrible one to get. And lastly, the ugly part of this. Not you. And the ugliest part about what's going on in Marvel Snap right now has got to be the same thing that's been going on for a while. And that's simply the fact that where are you, buddy? 1 second. Cards like Zabu. in roughly about 2 weeks, I believe, if I remember correctly. No, actually, next week. Next week, Zabu will turn 1 year old at staying at Series 4. This is bad for the game in general, because if I told you when Zabu first came out that he'd stay at Series 4 for an entire year and wouldn't even go Series 3 for an entire year, you would have probably held a riot and said that's unfair, that's impossible. And the fact that Second Dinner isn't taking some of these big cards and putting them into more accessible hands is just ridiculous to a certain degree. And with the invitation of the fact of one extra card coming out that per month, and the fact that for, I think this season is the second season where they didn't even have a Series 4. I think everything on this particular season was a Series 5. Let me look and see what's here. Cannonball, Series 5. Mockingbird, Series 5. So there's 1, there's 2. Who else did we get? War Machine is Series 5. And Pixie, I believe, is also Series 5. I do own Pixie, so hang on. Where are you? Pixie, also Series 5. Pixie could have easily been a Series 4 card. She should have been a Series 4 card. No one expected her to be good. No one expected her to be meta. She was just supposed to be a fun, silly little card. You should have made her Series 4 right off the bat. And it's really telling that the game isn't moving stuff like Zabu and Null and Darkhawk down into Series 3. And my biggest concern with that is simply the fact that once Zabu comes down to Series 3, if they ever do bring him down to Series 3, it'll either be right after they nerf him in some way, shape, or form, or right after they bring him down to Series 3, then they'll nerf him because they realize that everybody has him. And there are some nerfs that need to happen to Zabu in the future because of the fact that right now in Marvel Snap, you pretty much have 1 energy, 2 energy, and then 3 energy, and then 3 energy with an asterisk. Because every single card that's 4 energy, you just say play with Zabu. And that's got to change at some point. So my concern, my worry, my ugliness of this is just the fact that they're not bringing down cards. And with more cards coming out and only bringing down the ones that perform poorly, that's not a good look for your game. And especially without putting stuff into Series 4 in the month, it makes it not look good for your game. This is an ugly look for you. So, one good thing in Marvel Snap, one kind of bad thing in Marvel Snap, and one kind of ugly thing in Marvel Snap. Anyways, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and as always, remember, play for fun.